And welcome back, Chunk and Run listeners, to the Chunk and Run podcast. I'm your host, Zane Smith, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Zachary Smith. Zach, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic, Zane.
Yeah?
Doing really, really well.
Doing good. We're actually filming this. It's a good thing we're filming this now, or, recording this now.
Yeah, we were going to record this yesterday, but decided to push it back today, and it's a good thing we did, because we have news.
Yeah, crazy news.
We got news.
We got news, bro. We got news. So let's just jump right into it. So
wait. Before you... So keep talking, but I need to get something. But just keep talking.
My gosh.
Keep talking.
Please stop. I'm begging you
Keep talking.
to stop.
So... know what we need here.
So, Max Homa, really, really good job by him. He won the Wells Fargo. Now, that course was playing rather difficult. All week. You had to drive the ball well. We talked about this last week. You had to drive the ball well out there. And Max Homa, he was able to shoot 8 down to win the tournament by 2.
Yeah.
Cam Young was right behind him. A lot of American flags up there.
Yep.
Keegan Bradley did well. I was gonna pick him. Did not do so. Wish I had. Matty Fitzpatrick, also T2. There was 3 guys tied at 6 under to finish up the event. If Keegan Bradley had shot even par the last day, he would have gone into a playoff. So that was kind of sad.
So how did your guys do last week, Zane?
They did not do well, Zach. They did not do well. I had 4 guys miss the cut. I'm bringing it up right now. 4 guys, 4 people missed the cut, and they are on my poopy list, Zach. I have a poopy list now, and I ain't afraid to use it. So let's pull up the history here real quick. I just want to bring this up to you guys.
By the way, if you saw the scores this weekend, 8 under was a really good number out there. Just a lot of high scoring, and it was mostly, I'll say mostly due to the weather conditions they were facing. Very cold, very wet.
Yeah, well, and we already talked about it. You got to hit the fairway on that course.
Yeah,
you got to.
For sure.
So we talked about how it's one of the hardest courses. We talked about how the closest course, at least from data golf, that it resembles is the Players Championship.
Yeah.
I mean, so TPC Sawgrass is the closest thing on tour, and that we all know how hard that can play. Mm-hmm. So I actually picked Matt Fitzpatrick, but Seamus Power crapped the bed. He 2 over for the tournament. T79 finish. Francesco Molinari can't get it done at a course he won at for some reason.
I told you that was a bad
2 over. Yeah, you were right. Bo Hostler shot 14 over to finish next to last. Sung Kang shot 7 over to finish next to last. So yeah, man, it was a bad week for Zane and DraftKings. I'm just not looking forward to getting slugged 3 times in my belly.
My team, we didn't have a winner on the roster, but everybody made the cut. Terrell Hatton went into the weekend at 4 under.
And I am so sorry. I talked bad about Terrell. I have your disease. I have your disease now, dude. You remember when you had the disease where you would say,
strep throat.
Dude, I got the strep, man. I got the strep throat, dude. Strep throat. It's bad stuff. I don't like it. I want you to have it back.
So Terrell Hatton he made the cut, finished T37 at 4 over. Russell Henley T41 at 5 over. Siwoo Kim T37 at 4 over. Lanto Griffin, T6 at 3 under. Let's go, buddy.
I saw Lanto, dude.
I
almost picked him, man.
I love this man.
Yeah.
Then I had Ricky Fowler finish T21 at even par, which, hey, Rick back in the top 25 for the first time in a long time.
Yep.
Feels good. And then I had Denny McCarthy finish T25 at 1 over. But everyone made the cut. And what do we say every week? Making the cut on DraftKings. That is how you win.
Yeah.
Make the cut.
Yeah, you got to make the cut in DraftKings. But, I mean, I'm just, the king of golf Twitter, he won. So good on Max Homa. Are you okay, dude? You all right? You need a pill? You need something?
I need something.
You need something? Oh my gosh, dude. Is it the dust on the glass or something?
No, I have bad allergies this time of year, and it just hits me randomly.
Well,
okay,
you shouldn't get allergies in the apartment.
I get allergies everywhere.
Oh, okay. That's a little strange, dude. It's a little strange, but we're going with it. But this was Homa's picked up his 4th career PGA Tour title here at the Wells Fargo Championship on Sunday as he continues to prove he's much more than a social media funny man. Just listen to these super serious names: Patrick Cantlay, Rory McIlroy, Colin Morikawa, and Justin Thomas. What do they have to do with Homa? Well, they're the only golfers on the planet who have won more in the past 3 years.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty neat, dude. That's pretty neat. Wait a second.
I think that's wrong.
That's wrong, bro. Golf Digest, where you at? Where you at? John Rahm.
Scheffler?
Scheffler.
Gooch?
Yeah. Gooch.
Hideki?
Well, Gooch had 3, right? We talked about him. Him and Burns have 3.
Hideki?
Hideki, I don't think he has...
I think he's had 4 or 5.
Oh, maybe...
Because he had 3 in like a 3-month span.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know about this, Golf Digest. Where you at? Where you at, homeboy?
I don't want to take the time to look over whether that's right or wrong, but I don't think it's right because Scotty Scheffler should definitely be up there. John Rahm should definitely be up there.
Yeah, but maybe John Rahm, though. Maybe not John Rahm. 1 more in the past 3 years.
Definitely.
Yeah, you think?
For sure.
Okay. I mean, let's look this up. I kind of want to bash some Golf Digest right now. John Rahm's wins. There we go. John Rahm wins. PGA Tour profile. Wow, he has 11 collegiate victories. I did not even know that. No, thank you. PGA Tour wins. He has a 7 in his career.
And all of them were pretty recent, I think.
Nah, bro. He's only had 3 in the past 3 years.
Really?
Yeah. Dang, Homa. You getting it done, dude. You getting it done. Yeah, I knew this. I knew the Taylor Gooch thing. Taylor Gooch had 3. Remember, we made that big deal of, like, who was going to go on a run next.
And you said Taylor Gooch and then he fell off the planet?
What?
You black-hatted Taylor Gooch.
I did Black Cat Taylor. I'm so sorry, buddy. I picked you so much. I picked you so much coming in to the year, especially, and I black-catted the heck out of you, dude. I am so
Taylor
sorry.
Gooch is going to go on a run here. And then it ended up being Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah, it ended up being Scotty. Old Scotty boy. But, yeah, I mean, here's the thing. That's pretty awesome. I did not even know that about the names.
That's pretty cool information.
That's pretty cool information. If only those 4 guys have had more PGA Tour wins than you in the last 3 years, that's a good list. That's a really good list to be a part of.
For sure.
Yeah, so especially when you consider Homa made just 2 cuts and earned only $18,000 during his 2nd season on the PGA Tour in 2016 to 2017, from which the 31-year-old has already gained some serious perspective. Obviously, if you're only making $18,000 on the tour, I mean, you're basically just getting by at that point, right? But now after earning another $1.6 million for the latest win, this guy can afford a entire swimming pool of his beloved Fiji water. That's
Fiji
great.
Fiji water is pretty good though.
Fiji water is
it's, to be fair, it's the best bottled water.
I mean, it's just artesian water. Like,
it's the best bottled water. Like, try any bottled water.
Deer Park, bro. Deer Park.
I'm gonna make a video trying every bottle of water that I can find.
That would be an interesting video. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would watch it.
Dasani's dead last.
Oh yeah, Dasani's so bad. Well, because they put all that other extra stuff in it. Like it's not water at that point. You know what I mean?
Dasani's awful.
It's got all that
I put tap
alkaline
water
metals.
above Dasani, honestly.
It's got potassium in it, doesn't it? It has salt. I think salt is added.
Sodium. It has sodium.
Yeah, it has salt in it. It's like, what the heck?
You know why they do that, right?
Yeah, electrolytes. So you have to
buy more bottles of water.
No, that's not actually why.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's electrolytes. 100%. 100%. I think it has to do more with electrolytes. So, yeah, I don't think it's trying to get you eat more water, eat more water. Kill me. So Zane got wrecked this week. We already talked about that.
Yep.
4 guys missed a cut. Zach 0.
Yep.
And that really is the name of the game. You were right about that last week. I mean, it really is.
Get guys.
You got to get guys that make the cut. Guys that And to be fair, my guys should have. They just played like crap. You know what I mean? So they just played bad. Zach's guys played good. I guess it's as simple as that, man.
They played good.
Yeah.
They didn't play great. They played good.
They played good.
I'd say Lanto played
How much
great.
money did you win?
So here's the thing. My original line. So for those that don't know, Zane puts up now it's recurring, so you can sign up whenever.
Yeah. So we made it recurring.
We can talk about that. Zane made it recurring, so that now it refreshes every week. But
not only that, it'll invite you automatically.
Yeah, it'll invite you automatically, and it refreshes every week. But previous to this, and this is this week that Zane made this change, Zane would put it up the day we record the podcast.
Yeah.
So I had made a lineup separate, and then tried to go in and do the DraftKings, but I had to do it later. And then after thinking on it more, I changed my lineup.
Mm-hmm. Not the one for the one that we bet that me and him do the punishment on.
No.
This is a separate one.
Yeah, I changed the lineup. I changed the lineup for the podcast because I was like, you know what? I want to mix it up here, and I want to put Ricky in, and because I love Ricky, moving day hats.
Yeah. Is that what that means? Because it's the third round. It's the third
That's
tail.
what the name of the hat is. It's a moving day hat.
Because it's the third tail.
Yeah, I guess.
Because that's Saturday, moving day. Okay.
Ricky has one that's black instead of green here. It's the same exact thing except it's black instead of green. I want it so bad.
Interesting. Keep going.
Anyway, ended up that move ended up paying off for me. So I only won the DraftKings league because right now there's only 3 people in the league. I ended up beating out both of them because our father, who was also in the DraftKings league, ended up picking Pat Perez, who did not even play.
Yeah.
But I won $13. I'm basically lit. I haven't had to put money in my DraftKings for a very long time.
We're just paying for his entry fees.
You're just paying my entry fees. But this week, I'm betting all on black right here.
See, the crazy thing is that 2 of the past 5, 6, 7, 8 times that I've lost, more than that actually, I've actually won money 50% of the time. You just beat me. So it's not like I'm picking bad. Just not picking that good.
Not picking as good as me.
Not picking as good as him. So it is what it is. Maybe Zach figured out something.
I have a formula.
He has a formula.
It's a mathematical formula of success.
And it's secret.
And if you pay me $19.99 a month, I can send you my formula and my picks for free, guaranteed cash.
You're guaranteeing cash? Get ready to pay up in some lawsuits there, bub. But anyway.
But yeah, so that's what happened last week on DraftKings.
Fowler made the cut.
He did. He made the cut, and not only that, he finished top 25.
Yeah.
So that makes me a happy Cobra boy.
So good for him, man. I mean,
he honestly...
He'd been struggling.
Honestly, the only thing he performed better at from watching the tournament is he was much better off the tee this week. He didn't hit his irons that much better.
Well, off the tee, we already talked about that. Again, I'll say it again. Off the tee was the whole thing there.
He didn't hit his irons much better because he's been struggling with those. He putted pretty well, he chipped pretty well, and he hit his driver well.
And that's what you need.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
The ball striking still needs improvement for Ricky, but everything he's on the upward swing. But he's not in the field this week, so I couldn't pick him.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate. So, Zach, we have some, we're getting to the main event here. Comment if you guys like the live golf, if you guys are excited about the live golf, or maybe you're not, maybe you hate it. Please comment below with your opinion. We'd love to hear your thoughts on it. But we've got some news that I'm glad we did it tonight. We talked about this right at the onset of the show. Glad we recorded tonight because it just came through the wire that the PGA denies all live golf waivers from all PGA Tour players wanting to be involved with that first event.
Yep.
And here's the thing, guys. The PGA Tour, not the PGA Tour, Live Golf received 170 entries for that first event. 19 now out of the top 100 want to play in that first event in London. That's wild. That's wild. That's a big chunk, man. Mm-hmm. Whenever we're looking at these other tournaments, like the Mexico Open at Vedanta, you know, John Rahm being the biggest name out of the entire field. Like, there was nobody up there as far as name recognition. We talk about the other ones that we have just seen in recent weeks, where it just looks like the field is just so weak. And then you see this LIV Golf come up out of the blue, come up out of the woodwork, saying, Greg Norman, I remember back to that letter that he sent Jay Monahan. He said, we'll be back. You just wait and see. And sure enough, there he is.
Yeah.
Getting 19 out of the top 100 players in the world. Seemingly has a lot of respect among the players. And he's got 170 entries into that tournament.
And correct me if I'm wrong. A couple weeks ago, we looked up the legal ramifications of the PGA threatening.
We did.
The loss, threatening the players not playing this event. And
very close to antitrust, man.
Very close to antitrust, and I'm telling you what, PGA does not want to mess with antitrust laws.
No, not in the U.S. The only league that is exempt. The only league that is exempt
Isn't
from
Major League Baseball?
Major League Baseball is the only one. That's because it was ruled on by the Supreme Court, I believe.
Yeah.
It's ruled on by the court.
Yeah.
Yep. So MLB is the only one that is exempt from monopoly law. From antitrust.
Yeah.
And that's the crazy thing, man. Like, if you look at what's and we talked about this before the show, it blows my mind that the PGA is doing this with this tournament, and they don't do it with World Tour events.
Yeah.
Why? The European Tour, right? European Tour is now called the World Tour.
The DP World Tour.
The DP World Tour. Now, why else would they call it the DP World Tour unless they wanted it to be a rival to that of the PGA Tour? Right? Why? Why would they do it? I'll tell you why. Because they want to compete in getting players for their events against the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. You've also got the Asian Tour that's trying to do the same thing for all those Asian players that play on the PGA. They're trying to get those Asian players over to the Asian Tour to play in those events.
Yeah.
And the players are getting waivers to play in those.
Yeah. So the reason that the name change is because of a sponsorship deal.
Yeah, I know.
With a UAE logistics company.
Mm-hmm.
There's no human rights violations in the UAE, are there?
Oh no, of course not. It's not like they're it's not like they're anti-gay or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not even the anti-gay thing. It's
women. They love women over there, man.
I believe in the UAE there is still slavery.
Yes. Yep. No, Zach.
I'm sorry. Am I misunderstanding?
Yeah, you're using the wrong terminology.
Bondage?
No, well, there's probably a little bit of that too, but I think you're using the wrong word. It's indentured servitude.
Oh, sorry.
Not slavery. No. Not slavery.
But I think the point holds.
Indentured servitude.
It's like Brandel Chambly on Twitter is talking about how, here's a tweet. The shills for LIV Golf, Greg Norman, Lee Westwood, Phil Mickelson, etc. keep saying they are growing the game and that it has to evolve. Well, I'd argue that they are involved. What they are involved in is not evolution, but evolution. And it's like, okay, well, if you have a problem with Saudi millionaires funding a golf league, then why don't you have a problem with UAE millionaires funding a golf league? Because that's what they're doing with the European Tour or the DP World Tour now.
Yeah. And I know that it's called DP World. I know that it's a logistics company. I know that it's just it's a sponsorship. But again, their whole thing is the race to Dubai, which does take away from PGA Tour players playing on the PGA Tour.
Absolutely. How many people played in the championship over there?
Versus the winter season. You know what I mean? Versus playing in the winter season.
Billy Horschel was out there. Colin Morikawa was
Rory
out
McIlroy
there.
was out
Rory
there.
McIlroy was out there.
Harold Varner was out there. It's like that it blows my mind that this is definitely favoritism. Like that shows me that it's just definitely favoritism.
Yeah.
They see live golf live golf as a threat.
I think the reason they see it as a threat is because of the money involved.
The money involved and the fact that they're playing at amazing venues.
Yeah.
It looks like it's gonna be like, you know how the PGA Tour takes mostly place in the States, right? Yeah. And that's because this is really the hub of golf. I mean, it really is.
It really is. Yeah.
We have the best players in the world. Humble brag.
Well, I mean, if you look at the top 10, how many of the top 10 are American?
I don't know off the top of my head. But my point still stands. Like, you know, we're the best in the world. You know, so I get that most of the tournaments are going to take place in the U.S. Mm-hmm. I understand that. But here's the thing. Like, I'm sure a lot of these guys, especially for a year or 2 years of their life, would love to go off and play at these amazing venues around the world.
Yeah. You
know what I mean? And play for unbelievable amounts of cash.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure of it. Now, not everybody. That's not everybody's cup of tea. You've got the players like Scotty Scheffler who seem more like down-home guys. They seem like guys that they want to, you know, spend some time with their families, spend some time with their wives. Yeah. They want to make sure that they have time to raise kids.
So 60% of the world's top 10 are American. 60%.
No, I understand that.
6 out of 10.
Okay.
But I was just saying, in case anyone gets all peeved about, hey, you know, America's not the hub of golf. Okay,
America is the hub of golf.
6 out of 10 of the top players in the world are American.
Now, you look at any other PGA Tour event and you see all those American flags, and you tell me that PGA is not the hub of golf. And
not only that, if you look at the other flags on the board, none of them are the same. You have Rory McIlroy from Northern Ireland, Victor Hovland from, Netherlands?
Yeah.
Cameron Smith from
Nederland.
Cameron Smith from Australia and John Rahm from Spain. So, that's a dumb conversation to even have, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you.
But I know someone will pipe up and be like, well, actually...
I'm with you.
Well, actually... But, no.
He's from Norway, by the way. Victor
Norway?
Hovland. Yeah, you're wrong.
Better then. I like Norway better. Anyway.
Yeah, I do too. A lot colder up there. So... Yeah, it's just amazing to me. And then live golf, because they've got this new, a new $2 billion in investments.
Yeah.
Now they're outlining plans for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
So it looks to me like live golf is not going to go away.
Yeah.
It's not going to go away. And with the money that they're promising in the payouts, man, especially since they've got 2 years worth of funding.
So did you see the thing with Sergio Garcia this weekend?
Oh, yeah. I think everybody saw it. He says, I can't wait to leave this tour.
And you know what? He was right. They got the ruling wrong.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy. Do you want to explain a little bit about what happened there?
So I just want to... Hold on. I want to make sure I don't say anything incorrectly. Sergio Garcia was asking for a ruling this weekend, and they had one of the marshals come out and help him get the right ruling, or hope to get the right ruling.
Do you want me to read it real quick? I've got it right here.
Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, this is from golf.com. Just want to make sure I can, shove off some blame if I get this wrong. So Sergio Garcia was right. A referee was wrong. But Garcia's score still stands. In a rules clarification Thursday night following a heated incident with Garcia during the first round at the Wells Fargo Championship, the PGA Tour said that the ruling by one of its officials was an inadvertent error. In question was when the referee should have started his 3-minute search clock after Garcia hooked his tee shot left and into the red-marked penalty area on the 10th hole of TPC Potomac. Originally, the official apparently began his timer shortly after Garcia started to make his way across the stream that separates the 10th fairway from where his ball could have been. And when Garcia found his tee shot, the referee told the player that it had taken him 4 minutes, 1 minute longer than allowed under Rule 18.2. However, following a video review after the round, the tour said that Garcia should not have been docked to cross the water, and that he had found his ball in time. But Garcia's score won't change, according to the tour, citing the rules of golf. During the original sequence, Garcia eventually took his penalty drop, hit short of the green, hit on, and one-putted for a par 5. The initial ruling was not without frustration. As Garcia made his way back to the fairway, he started to ridicule the ruling. You want me to swim through the river? I wasn't looking for the ball there. I was looking for the ball once I got over to this side. Does that make sense? I knew it was on this side of the river. And then, obviously the exchange. Yeah. On Twitter, I'm not going to play the video, but for fear of language. But
Sergio Garcia does have a colorful vocabulary.
He does. Very colorful vocabulary. It's very few words repeated over and over again. If that's what colorful means. But here's the thing, right? This is crazy.
Yeah.
For the same reason that, remember, I think you remember this. Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Masters. Hole 15. Hit pins on the left side.
Yeah.
I think it's on Thursday or Friday that week. Pins on the left side of the green. Hits the flag stick with backspin. Rolls back into the water.
Yeah.
Decides, we can't really drop over there on that side where the pin is, because there's no closest to the pin.
Yeah.
Right? Or closest to, there's no closest point of relief he can't take 2 club lengths and be no closer to the hole.
Yeah.
So he decides, well, you know what? I'm going to play this ball from the same spot. But here's the thing. In his head, he's going, well, if I drop it, a yard or 2 back, right?
If I take it back.
If I drop it,
I was
right
I think
here.
His phrasing was I landed it 2 feet too far, so if I back it up 2 feet.
And hit the same shot.
Hit the same exact shot, it's going to be perfect.
Yeah.
And then he did that.
But here's the thing. He didn't say anything until after the round
He was interviewed
about it. And Tiger Woods said that, and then every golf fan's going, well, wait a second.
To be fair, not every golf fan. Everyone that knows the rules.
Everyone that knows the rules well enough is going, wait a second there, Haas. You are not allowed to drop it in a different location to give yourself an advantage.
It's got to be between your ball and the hole.
No, it's got to be as close. No, because he wasn't doing a line.
I thought that was what he was saying.
No, he was replaying the shot.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was doing the whole unplayable thing.
Oh.
Yeah, so he was replaying the shot. And so the ruling is you can either go back along if you're going the line, you have to go back along the line across the water.
Yeah, from the pin.
From the pin. No, he wasn't doing that. He was replaying the ball, replaying the shot. Right?
Uh-huh.
So if he had hit a directly straight shot at the pin.
Yeah.
And it had gone into the water short of the pin,
mm-hmm.
he could have played it at 2 yards or whatever back.
Yeah.
Right? It hit the flag stick and then rolled back into the water over here.
Uh-huh.
Right? So what he needed to do, he had a few options. He could have taken the line, but that line is now this way from the pin, not back in the fairway where he's at.
Okay.
Right? Or he could take the 2 club lengths, which is impossible. Or he could replay the shot. He chose replay the shot option. Well, in the rules, it's very specific. You have to be as close to where you played your ball as possible.
Yeah.
Right? As possible. Meaning, obviously, there's where my pitch mark was. I got to do it right next to my other pitch mark.
Yeah.
He didn't do that.
No.
He did not do that.
Okay.
And so that's why everybody... But here's the thing. He had signed the scorecard, and they assessed the penalty later.
No, they didn't end up assessing the penalty.
No, they did end up assessing the penalty.
You need to double check that.
I'm
100% sure you're wrong.
I'm 100% sure I'm right.
A lot of people are butthurt that they didn't assess.
No, they assessed the penalty. The thing was he signed the wrong scorecard. It should have been a DQ. They changed the rules for Tiger Woods. Should have. I'm glad we're bringing this up. This is a really good. Should have been DQ'd in Masters. Here we go. Should have been DQ'd from the Masters. This is in 2013. The 2013 Masters. But I'm sure glad he wasn't. Tiger Woods should have been disqualified from the 2013 Masters. There are seemingly infinite number of rules buried deep in the throes of the USGA website. I found this out as Friday Night handled it, so I'm not going to read all this that he went through. He bragged, so this is what Woods did. He said, so I went back to where I played it from, but I went 2 yards. I was right about the 2 yards. 2 yards farther back. I tried to take 2 yards off the shot of what I felt I hit. And media members fawned, obviously. Can you believe Tiger knows what the difference in 4 yards feels like? Yeah. Obviously, everybody, but wait a second. Wait a second. The thing is, the rules, right? This is what Fred Ridley, chairman of the Masters Competition Committee, said as they reviewed Woods' drop based on the notification that they got from a fan, but didn't tell Woods. Having determined that we did not feel like there was a rules violation, we did not talk to Tiger. So he completed his round, signed his scorecard, and the first day was over. You know the rest. He signed for a 71.
Yeah.
Making his... Because of this... Oh, he should have received a 2-stroke penalty. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. So Rule 6-1, USGA rulebook states, the player and his caddy are responsible for knowing the rules during a stipulated round. For any breach of a rule by his caddy, the player incurs the applicable penalty. Penalty of disqualification may, in exceptional individual cases, be waived, modified, or imposed. The committee considers such actions warranted. So they use Rule 33.7 and Rule 6-1 to keep Tiger in the tournament.
That's crazy, dude. That's crazy, man.
I actually agree with that.
You actually agree with what?
Not kick him out.
He signed for the wrong scorecard.
Yeah, but the problem is it wasn't brought to the attention by a player in the group, to the rules officials by a player in the group. It was brought by a fan.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of fans calling in, but he admitted it to it himself. And if he had admitted it himself, you got to take action as the rules official. You know what I mean? If that's the case, then the Sergio rules official was even worse because he inserted himself.
Yeah.
Where the players were not, they weren't even calling for it.
See, that's worse.
Yes.
Than Tiger not getting DQ.
Agreed. No. I'm 100% with you.
The rules actually, 33.7 and 6-1 actually do make sense in that case because there's exceptional circumstances. It wasn't brought by an official. It wasn't brought by a player. It was brought by a fan to the committee after the round. After the round had been completed, no one had talked to Tiger, right?
Yeah. So
6-1 had been broken, right? Rule 6-1, player and his caddy is responsible for knowing the rules. Any breach of the rules incurs an applicable penalty, right? Mm-hmm. Now, because of the exceptional circumstances of Tiger having completed the round, no official having brought this to his attention, and it being late at night when this was ruled upon,
yeah,
I think it would have been unfair to DQ Tiger.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whereas in the Sergio case, it is is it not the group's responsibility to time a player looking for their ball? It's not an official's responsibility to do that.
No, I think it is an official responsibility to do that, but was the official called over there?
That's
you know what I mean?
Question.
Like that's crazy. If it's like he already knew his ball wasn't. He needed to cross the creek.
Yeah.
Right. He knew he needed to do that, so he had to walk around.
Yeah.
Like that takes a full minute. You know what I mean?
At least.
At least. That's crazy to me though. Like.
But
that
Sergio Garcia's famous quote, "Live on in infamy. I can't wait to leave this tour."
Yeah. Can't wait to leave this tour, and that is what a lot of people are saying.
Well, and it just all this live golf stuff and the way the PGA Tour has responded to it just makes them look scared, and it makes them look small.
Yeah,
and if you're in a position where a rival tour is trying to spring up and take some of your players, the best thing you should do or could do is act strong, almost ignore them. If a player wants to go play over there, that's fine. Whatever. They're not going to be playing against the best players in the world, and that's what we have at the PGA Tour.
For sure.
That should have been the response day one. So you want to go play on a tour and make some cash? That's totally fine. Just know that it doesn't come with the prestige of winning on the PGA Tour, because this is the PGA Tour. And we have the best players in the world, and we have since the PGA Tour started. And that should have been the response day one, and the tact that they've taken is we're going to intimidate our players.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to demonize everyone that works with live golf, wants to associate with live golf, wants to play in live golf against. We're to demonize those people.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to demonize and threaten the players and the people.
Yep.
And then literally prevent PGA Tour professionals from going over and trying to make some money somewhere else.
I'm about to say some hot stuff right now. Do you think that the Fire Pit Collective, that group of riders over there at the Fire Pit Collective, do you think they had it in for Phil Mickelson whenever they released that interview?
Okay, so I think that golf media has gotten some marching orders. Because I want you to listen. I want you to listen to this headline by golf.com. Tour Confidential. Sergio's rant, Phil's gambling, and the spicy PGL letter.
Crazy.
The framing!
Dude, that's framed, bro.
Oh, Sergio's rant. It's not that he was screwed over by an official.
Yeah.
He was ranting.
It's the MSNBC.
Let's bring up something that no one's been talking about for a while, about Phil Mickelson, and maybe something that, one of his vices. Phil's gambling. Yeah. He's a gambler.
Yeah.
And then a spicy PGL.
It's the.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, it's the.
That's why I believe that the PGA Tour has a lot of connections in the golf media, obviously.
Well, here's the thing.
And they have sent out marching orders against people that would want to play live golf. And that's what I was saying about the demonizing and the threatening of players and individuals that want to, associate with live golf. I think it's been insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we'll find out more. I think we'll find out more. PGA, yeah.
Wait, so should we start calling it? Because you know how there's like Big Pharma and everything? Big Golf.
Big Golf? Big Grass. No, not Big Grass.
Golf.
Big Grass sounds like a marijuana.
Big Golf.
Yeah, Big Golf.
Big Golf is against the
Big Sticks.
Stop.
No, I'll stop it. Big Golf. Big G.
But it's been crazy.
It has.
The stuff coming out.
So let's go on real quick. Let's go on to our last segment. We're gonna talk about the Chung and Run, the DraftKings. DraftKings. So I will be doing both punishments tomorrow night.
I'm the Draft King.
We will be doing that on Instagram, maybe even Facebook Live. We'll see. I hate it. We just wanted to go real quick and go into our lineups. Say what our lineups are for the AT&T Byron Nelson. Looking forward to that. Some bigger names in this event, than in previous weeks.
Yeah.
So excited about that. It's being played at another TPC course, I believe, right? What was the name of the course they're playing at? I just had it.
It was a TPC. I don't remember though. Hold on, I can find it.
Craig something. Craig. It was Craig. Byron Nelson. Here we go. So
TPC Craig Ranch.
Craig Ranch. TPC Craig. Craig. We're playing some Craig.
Stop.
Okay. All right. If you guys go on, please join us. I'll have the DraftKings link in the description below. If you guys could click on it and join, it'd be great. It's only $5. We also have a free league for those adults that maybe you don't like gambling. Maybe your wife or husband will leave you if you start gambling.
Uh-huh.
Just join the free league. I mean, it's fun.
Free league.
It's fun. It makes you enjoy golf a little bit more. We always add in our entries into the free league, so you can still play against us. And then, for the kids out there, we do have a PGA Tour Fantasy thing. I'm going to have that also in the link description below. Join that, and you have some fun with it. We're going to be sending out prizes to the winner of the month on that PGA Tour Fantasy, and we'll be sending out an extra prize with the winner. Obviously, we aren't included in this, but we'll send out a prize to the winner of the league. So right now, Zach's in the lead with 102 points. I've got 99.5, and Dad has 100. So we'll see what everybody does whenever you join. Pretty easy to rack up those points though if you join.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Just gotta do well.
So should I go first since I'm like the best ever?
You should go first.
All right. So as always, I'm gonna start from the bottom and then move to the top.
So you're gonna start from the bottom and then you'll be here.
Yeah. My first pick is someone who I had a couple weeks ago, and I picked this week because I think he might be the. Let me see how to phrase this. He might be the hottest player you don't know. And that is Kurt Kitayama, $7,400. So, has played pretty rough this year. 6 out of 14 cuts made, but in the last 2 weeks, the Wells Fargo Championship and the Mexico Open at Vedanta, he finished T2 at Mexico Open and T15 at the Wells Fargo. He's playing very, very good golf right now, and I expect him to continue doing so.
Very nice. So I've actually got, I'm going to say my two big spends early. First I got Scotty Scheffler. You just can't count this man out. He didn't play well in that little doubles thing that doesn't really matter down in New Orleans. So I don't even care about that, Desert Classic. But, playing as an individual, man, he's pretty good. So I'm going with, he's got 7 top 10s this season. I'm going with him.
Alrighty. And you're going to say both of them, your big spends?
No, it's you now.
Okay. And now I'm going to get into the stable. Got all the horses in the stable. We're ready to bring them out. The first one, you've heard his name many times before.
Is that the noise?
The one, the only.
I think you're just yelling at this.
Lanto Griffin.
I think you're too loud now.
Lanto Griffin, $7,700. He makes cuts. He doesn't miss cuts. That's how you win at DraftKings. All right, Lanto Griffin. Finished T6 last week, so he's coming off a good week.
That's good. My next pick is Justin Thomas. Again, same as Scotty. Has 7 top 10s, 99 fantasy points per game. He's only
highest in the field.
Yeah, highest in the field, man. He is he's rocking. And when Justin comes knocking, don't go rocking. That's not how the phrase goes. So I'm gonna pick Justin Thomas.
All right, my next pick, another one of my stable horses. It's Maverick McNeely, the Maverick, the man, the myth, the legend. He looks like a baby, but this is a man right here, and he is going to do very well for me. $7,800, and I'm very excited.
He's a good choice. He's a really good choice. I'm gonna pick this is my dark horse right here.
Okay.
Sean Norris from South Africa.
I saw him. I almost picked him, but I didn't.
He's the man. So he just won in March at the Stein City Championship. I was wondering why it sounded familiar. I get the updates from PGA Tour on my phone.
Yeah.
From the PGA Tour app, and it has all the other tours on there. So it just shoots you who wins each event. And I saw him on there for the Stein City Championship, and I just remembered him whenever I was looking at him.
I almost picked him, but I couldn't do it.
But the guy again, you said it, makes cuts. He played in the Zozo, which had a field. And it was
had a good field.
It had a pretty decent field, and it was T39 in that. So I'm definitely seeing a made cut in his future, and because he just won on the World Tour.
Well, it was a couple months ago.
Yeah. Okay. His most recent event, he won. So I'm gonna go with that guy.
Okay.
Just saying.
All right. What is that? Is that another horse? It is. It's Alex Noren. Alex Noren, $7,900. Making cuts. That's how you win at DraftKings. You pick guys that can win or make a cut at any course. And these guys make cuts.
Yeah.
Alex Noren,
All right, so I'm gonna pick Maverick McNeely. I'm gonna steal Zach's boy for this event because, guys, he makes cuts, and not only that, he plays pretty freaking good.
He's a good player.
He's a good player. So I'm picking Maverick. I had a lot left over. I originally had JJ Spawn for this spot, but once I saw Maverick on there and I saw I had $600 remaining, I'm like, he's worth that $600 more than JJ.
For sure.
And JJ's gonna play well, I think, in this event. I can't bet against Maverick. I mean, he's only $600 more than JJ Spawn. He's 13 for 14, 2 top 10s. What was his last event? RBC Heritage. I mean, he hasn't finished outside the top 50 in the last 3 events.
Yeah.
So, like, he's a choice.
He's a guy that just plays well.
He's a choice. Go ahead.
My next pick, first guy that hasn't been in my stable, but he's been in your stable, and that's Taylor Gooch.
That's a good choice.
Taylor Gooch got 4 top 10s this year. He's only $8,600, so not a huge spend.
It's a big spend for him, but again, he's earned it.
Yeah,
he's
played
past
well,
year.
And I expect him to play well this week. He's very, very good ball striker, and of course favors ball striking.
It does. I picked Patton Kazir. So he's 11. He's 11 for 16. Hasn't made a lot of cuts. But here's the thing, dude. He played well at the RBC Heritage. He's T26. He was cut from the Valero. Fair. The Valspar T33, the Players Championship T22, and we all know how hard that was playing. And to finish up the Heritage, he did finish with a 69. So, I mean, I'm looking at and he's had some time to practice. So who knows? I think he's gonna play pretty well. But we'll see. We'll see. He seems to favor this course on Data Golf. So.
All right, my last pick, my most expensive pick, a guy who I would say is kind of a horse for me. Yeah, I picked him a lot this year, and that's Justin Thomas. Guy literally hasn't missed a cut this year.
Yeah, he's a good pick.
7 top 10s.
Good pick.
And he's not even the most expensive player on the board. That belonging to Scotty Scheffler. $10,600. I think this is the tournament he gets his first win of the season at. He's been practicing. He practiced it this past week with Jordan Spieth. So I'm picking Justin Thomas to win, and he is my final pick.
You're picking Justin Thomas to win. He's a good choice to win, though. All right, and I'm gonna pick my really low pick. Because obviously, when you spend that much money, you gotta fish at the bottom of the barrel. But here's the thing: former world #1, can't bet against him on the course they're playing. Luke freaking Donald.
That's a terrible
T25 at the Wells Fargo. It was playing difficult. Now they're playing another TPC course. 7 for 14 cuts made. Not great. That's 50%. But again, he's not low man on the totem pole when it comes to fantasy points per game. He's got 50.7, and with that many cuts made, that's pretty good. That means whenever he is playing well, he's getting a lot of fantasy points. So
Zane, I'm gonna be honest with you, it might be your worst pick ever.
It's not my worst pick ever. Okay, we'll see. We shall see.
That's a terrible pick for this course.
Okay, well, we'll see, buddy. We'll see, buddy. Data Golf says otherwise, so we'll see.
Is that the one you used last week?
Yes. We're trying it. We've got to build a sample size. we got.
Data Golf says you're wrong. Well, it said I was wrong last week too, and
Well, they didn't say you were wrong. They said I was right. So they didn't say you were wrong about your team.
No, they said you. I said you were wrong. You said I was wrong for saying you were wrong, and Data Golf was wrong.
You're confusing me already. Stop it.
So it said I was wrong.
Well, anyway, thank you guys for joining the Chung and Run podcast. We appreciate all the support. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And then if you guys get a chance, join the DraftKings. We really want some more people joining up, and the thing is, we really want to give out these balls. We have got these Vice balls sitting here burning the edge of the table. We need to give them away. So join the fantasy league, join the PGA Tour Fantasy League if you're under the age of 18. And we'll see you there. Thank you guys for joining us. Zach, you got anything for him?
Oh, we didn't pick a punishment.
Oh, we didn't pick a punishment.
It's your turn.
They have to get their... No, that would hurt like crazy. I got this.
I thought you have a list.
I did have a list, but then I don't have it. Should I look it up real quick?
Look it up.
All right, you talk while I'll look it up. You got anything to say to everybody?
So I want to talk about my boy Lanto Griffin for a little bit because I feel like he's underappreciated as a tour professional. He's missed 4 cuts this year, but I mean, just look at these finishes. T6, T15 last 2 weeks. He got cut at RBC, T53 at the Texas Valero. Didn't play well at the Valspar of the Players. Finished T52 at the Arnold Palmer, which was playing insanely tough. Genesis Invitational T39, T16 at AT&T Pebble Beach. Farmers Insurance T30, American Express T3. I mean, this guy is just Mr. Consistent. That's why I love this guy. Like, honestly, I'm not kidding. My best advice is if Lanto Griffin is in the field, pick him because he's always cheaper than what he's worth. Mm-hmm. And he more likely than not is going to make the cut.
All right, you ready?
At a full field. Yeah.
All right. You have to wear socks on your hands, pants instead of a shirt, and shirt instead of a pants for the next podcast.
It's going to be a weird look for you, but okay.
So, we'll do that.
Wait, so how would you wear pants instead of a shirt?
It'd just have to be kind of a crop top, wouldn't it?
Okay.
It'd have to be a little, it'd be a tight fit. Be a tight fit.
Alright, well, I mean, if that's what you want to do, you can do that.
I will do that. If I lose, if you lose.
He's already saying he's gonna lose.
No, if you lose.
I will do that.
If I, yeah, heck yeah. If I lose, that's,
no,
of course I'll do it.
You're gonna lose.
Of course I'll do it.
It's also a question of if, and more a question of when.
I'm gonna win, bro. All right, thank you guys so much for joining us, and we'll catch you next time. Zach?
See ya.
That was the weakest see ya I've ever heard.
See ya.
That was even weaker.
you